Hey everyone, I'm back again with my series on experimenting with microalgae, and you'll notice I'm in a different place this time, and that's because I'm finally ready to build my first bioreactor. I've got all my materials right here. I've got my bottle in a very collapsed form. I've got my bubbler, which I'm going to be plugging into this bottle effectively, and I've got my LED lights, which just arrived today. So my first step is going to be to open all these things up. So, I've got my jug nice and expanded, and my second step will be to connect this bubbler with this tubing to the jug up to the top here, so that I can essentially circulate air through the entire jug. And what that'll do is it'll give the microalgae enough air to survive. So I'm going to start by taking this tubing and attaching it to the bubbler, and then I will take this end, and I need to now cut a hole in the top of the bubble. Okay, so I have now drilled a hole in the tank about the size of this tubing, and what I can do now is, if it will go through, funnel this tube into the tank. And once it goes all the way down, I can then turn on my bubbler, and this tubing is connected to the back of this bubbler, which will take in air and circulate it to the tube. So if I go and plug this in, you can probably already hear the humming. If I turn up to full setting, you can hear that it's humming, which means it's working. That is good. And if I pull out the tubing for a second, you can, if I stop it for a second, I can feel a vibration of the bubbles. And if I pull it out, that little puff of air means that there are in fact bubbles going through the tube. So that's really nice. So my next step is to connect in my LEDs. And what I need to do is wrap these strips around my bottle, around these little ridges here, so that they are around the bottom half. And what I'm going to have to do is cut apart LED strips that'll wrap all the way around the entire bottle. Okay, so the LEDs are now wrapped around, and I've cut off the end here. So I'm going to test if these actually work. Let's see it. So I will plug them in here, and now I gotta get out my little remote control, and if I power them on, bam! I've got a nice lit photobioreactor. And I can change colors around if I want to. I can go to white, blue, red. I'm gonna set which one of those. So I have everything set up. I've got the LEDs, I've got the bubbler over here. It's all plugged in with the tubing. And I'm just going to test everything out to make sure it works. Step one, I'm going to plug in the bubbler again, there. And yep, you can see it's already bubbling. It's already high up. I can turn it up and down if I need to. You can see that it's bubbling nicely. And now I can turn on my lights. Bam. So it's well lit. And I can swap between the light modes if I want to. I can change the brightness. I can turn it down. And now you can see the bubbles really nicely, actually. You can bring it back up. So there we have it. A fully working photobioreactor. Super exciting. Subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next one.